Welcome to clickmeproject.com. Let us see the title of the project is Reversible Data Hiding in Encrypted Image by Preserving Room Before Encryptions. The stack of the titles, Reversible Data Hiding in Encrypted Messages is a new topic drawing attention because of the privacy preserving requirement. The previous methods we have implemented the RDS encrypted images by vacating room after encryptions, preserving room before encryptions. Thus the data hider can benefit from the extra space embedded out the previous stage of the make data hiding process. The process will be effortless. The proposed method can be taken the advantage of all the traditional RDS technique for the plain images and achieve excellent performance without loss of the perfect secrecy. These novel methods can be achieved real reversibility. Separate the data extractions and the great improvement of the quality of marked decryption images. We have using to the techniques for the pixels and the boundary line of the pixels we have taken to the reserving room method. We have using the two main concept. We have using to the two main concept of the reversible data hiding. First concept we have mentioned to the RRBE. It means reserving room before encryptions. The next we have the vacating room after encryptions, VRAV, the versus framework. The two framework we have developing the images. We have developing to this concept for Android phone. The Android phone mainly used for all. The data preserving room is helpful for all the hotel industrials. The industrial data we have using to the encryption data for the user manual or camera wise. So we have evidence to encryption methods we have purely encrypted for the hiding purpose. The encryption key we have provided to the encryption provided manually entered the user. The user will have entering the any of the key we have encryption for model. Some more techniques we have using to the default key basis for encryption. So now we have a development to any key process we have implement to the encryption model. The encryption model is generating for the encryption image first derivative. Then we have generated to the images for the partitions method. The partitions we have to the pixel basis we derived. The pixel basis derived we have using to the which input images we have taken. Then self-reversible embedding. The self-reversible embedding we have hidden to the pixel to the another images. The two images we maximally with similar images, but we have the reducing to the encryption for the pixel wise. The data hiding encryption images is purely for extracting the data from the decryption images. So the decryption spot will be separate to the encryption bot. First we have go to the encryption spot. The derivatives for the before rooming. The after vacating room we have the encryption to mode to the direct for the images in real images. Let us see the architecture diagram. First we have shown to the encryption key. The original image we have putting to the encryption key, the image will be encrypted. The encryption images we have the process to the data hiding. Data hiding key we taken to the same key or after new key producing we will make that. We using to the same key of the encryptions because we have same ways data hiding procedure for the original images. The vacating rooms or before rooms if we are adding to the data for input day. So we have the initialized the before room we have initialized to the data for user informations. Then we have hiding process, we have encryption the image recovery, the encryption key inside and the data hiding for the data extractions. The original images we have the image recovery will be shown on the SD cards or otherwise SQL database. Second one is for derivate to the data vacating purpose. The original image get to the input, then encryption key providing, then the data hiding key, the embedding we have splitting to the pixels, so original converting to the vice. We taking to the encryption key and the data hiding key we have using to the balance for the image decryptions. The image decryptions will be recovering for the original image based on the data hiding key. So the data hiding key will be removed, we get to the original key. The original key we have solving to the encryption method. The comparison of the images we have derived to the SQL database or the previous images. So the previous image we have shown to the input images. So the original images we recovered to the key basis will be removed after. Let us see the project. The two options we have reserving the room. One is the RRBE and another one is the VRBE. First of all, we are checking to the room reservations. This forms we have description to the room availabilities. Just to check the room availabilities, we have mentioned to the 10 rooms. The total number of rooms is 10, and then availability rooms is 10. Then click to the next. This is the booking log we have sent to the mapping process. The room reservations images all are there showing. So no one is reservation spot. Next to the start booking, the dialog show will be, are you booking to your room? Sure, will be okay. Then next to the process. The process description for the user informations. First of all, your reservations concept will be open. The open concept will be mentioned. This is the reservations room. The two options we have mainly used. One is the browse and another one is a gallery. The gallery is the SD card images. The browse mentioned to the camera basis. If you taken to the camera base, you taken to the live camera, we have captured to the image, and after saving to the database or SD card, then go to the images for encryptions. If I choose to the gallery base, the gallery is mentioned to the 2 or 3 images. I click to the room images. The room images for the encryption data. You next enter to the encryption data. I mentioned to the 1, 2, 3, 4. The encryption key we have any type of key user have used. The process of the data hiding will be clicked. The data hiding process mentioned to this image for the taken to the input images. The room reservation images taken to this. This images we have modified to the data hiding images. To comparison of the images, we have mentioned to the hiding process in the coding base. The hiding process we have mentioned to this key basis. This key, then the data hiding key. The data hiding key we will take to the encryption key or randomized key. We click to the data hiding. The data hiding process successfully. This is the image we have taken to the data hiding via to the encryption scheme. Then finally we have the receiving concept. The receiving concept is mentioned to the process for the original. This image, this times we have a receiving concept. We accept to the encryption and to the data hiding key. Then we have embedding the images. So the receiver click, you mentioned to the those data hiding process will be receiving for the booking. So after we have go to the reservation true, mentioned to the validation purpose of the room. You just click to the name, then room number, then phone number you have mentioned that. Then you mention to the address number 7 Park Town, Nungambakam, Chennai. Now we have ready to the process for the encryptions. Then we have booking to the data. The booking data all are mentioned to that one. You mention to the one of the key is 101 key. Just cancel that one. The key will be shown for the error. So then next we have modified to the key. Because the room's key is not available that. The available data keys are hiding to the purpose for the image encryptions. Next we have go to the booking model. You click the booking model. The alert dialog for the booking details. If you like to the room booking, click the OK. Thank you for the room booking. The booking date and time we have mentioned. Then we have shown to the layout for the design. The door will be open. So reservations before we have locking to the encryption data. This images we have the encryption to the room images. If you input or taken to the encryptions, the encryption image will be hide for these images. The room shadows will be updated for the using to the encryption data. Just click the OK. We have mentioned to the menu for the open pages. Now we have go to the booking. Check to the availability rooms. We mention the available rooms only 9. Then click to the next part. The room booking details will be shown that. Next we go to the vacating. Next we go to the VRBE data. You click to the vacating rooms. You have the same procedure of the encryption key. This procedure we have derived to the decryption part. So the decryption part you mention to the encryptions way, but we have mentioned to the encryptions we have divided to the decryption part. The same procedures you have click to the gallery. I check to the rooms images. The encrypted images we have shown to the first key. The key base is valid for the previous data. The same key proceed and the data hiding. The data hiding process actually the decryption process for the real images. So this is the real images taken to the decryption process with the key model. The data hiding case is we have not using to the randomize because the key basis randomize we have changing to the key, so the real images cannot to decrypt the images for the original. So we have taken to the encryption key, also we have taken to the decryption scheme. Finally we have the receiving for the vacating room. So thank you for the room vacating, and we have the mention to the date and time. Welcome again. This process we have the decryptions. The checking process we have open to the RVS, checking to the room availabilities. So number 9. Next we have got into the same process part. This is the RDB BRB room reservation for the RDH method. Thank you.